that I need to stress is that the vaccine, there's no evidence that affects black people differently. I think there was a stigma where black people often thought like this was an agenda against them, and that's why the government was pushing to roll it out in like predominantly black communities. However, what the issue was, in terms of how COVID was affecting us, black people were 3 times more likely to be severely ill when COVID was going through the first wave. And that's why, especially in the areas I've worked in, so I worked in hospital, I was working in Essex, so Romford, Ilford, and East London, in Homerton, as well as Harlow. And these are very, very diverse areas with a number of different black people. And we had our colleagues were getting unwell, we had patients getting unwell. So you were kind of seeing it firsthand that black people were high risk. Being a black individual or being part of the BAME community was high risk. And that's why we've been pushing people to get information and make decisions on vaccinating themselves and their families.
Yeah, and I think I agree with that, because black, Asian and minority ethnic groups were more at risk, not of just getting COVID, but also getting severe outcomes and severe adverse effects from COVID. We saw this firsthand.
Yeah.
I saw this in the community where, you know, it still pains me to share this and talk about it, but people in their late 30s and early 40s losing other halves, you know, kids being left without parents, and you just think they're just a few years older than you. This shouldn't be happening to young people. So there was a genetic predisposition, which means that people of color were being affected differently to the condition. So there are facts to, you know, say that. So in the UK's first wave, black people were nearly 3 times more likely to die from COVID than white people, and that is the sad reality of what happened. And every time I speak about this, it is with a heavy heart, and we can't belittle what, you know, the losses that we've had. In London itself, there were ethnic minorities, you know, comprised of 34% of the population. But although that's only 34% of our entire population, they form 48% of our health force, 54% of people in food production, and 44% of transport workers. So if you think about it, they're a massive part of our frontline workers, you know, and that in itself, because they have higher exposure, they will contract things that are, you know, out there in the playing ground, as per se. So that could have been one of the factors as well. And again, black and Asian doctors make up 44% of NHS staff. So we're all out there. Yeah, it's all out there.
That's a lot. When you think about it, because of all the doctors who died from COVID, and I know a few of them, 95% were people of color.